Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So in case you guys haven't seen the title already, I will be trying out a luxury foundation again, but this time it is Tom Ford, and I was very hesitant to try this because I tried their stick foundation and that broke me out. So I was really hesitant to try this, but I saw there was so many good reviews on it and I need a new foundation anyway, so I'm like, okay, you know what, let's try this out and hopefully it doesn't break me out. But before we get started with today's video, I highly suggest you subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so you're notified when I do upload a new video. And don't forget to give this a thumbs up if you like Tom Ford makeup or if you just like the foundation in general, if you ever tried it. And don't forget to follow me on my social media handles and we'll get right into the video. Okay, you guys, so I'm so excited to try this. So here is the packaging, here is the component, the box. It is very luxurious. We all know about Tom Ford. And again, I am very hesitant to try this out because I don't want to break out and I'm going out tonight. So we shall see. So I did get this on the Sephora website during the VIB Rouge sale. This retails for 110 Canadian dollars. God damn it. So this is quite pricey. Again, this is luxury. You do get 1 fluid ounce, but it doesn't really justify the price tag. But again, this is Tom Ford. So there are a few highlight ingredients in here. And another thing is that it is sweat resistant. And things supposed to also resist humidity as well. It doesn't have any sulfates, formaldehydes, those other icky like ingredients. So that's a great thing. So there's also a few active ingredients in there as well, such as caffeine, antioxidants, vitamin C, vitamin E. So definitely good ingredients in here that's supposed to make the foundation look like very beautiful, very soft matte. Another thing as well, the technology that they have in here, it's supposed to help diffuse the light in some sort of way. And of course, because this is supposed to be a soft matte finish, this is a mattifying foundation. And if I remember, this also comes in 40 shades, which is pretty good for a luxury brand because we all know usually luxury brand anything is like light shades and then just very minimal darker shades. So the fact that there are 40 shades is pretty impressive. So I did get in the shade 4.0 Fawn, and this has a olivey tone to it. This is more catered to light to medium, and because I am losing my tan, I figured why not. So I am going to pin up my hair, put on my primer because I've done my eyeliner and my mascara already. So I'm going to put on my usual primers that I use and, you know, like I said, pin up my hair and then we will give this a go. Okay, so of course I scoot you guys in a little bit closer so you can see the full effect. So right now I'm going with the MAC Prep and Prime. I can't speak English right now. So the MAC Prep and Prime, this is the Skin Refined Zone, and I usually use this for my T-zone. And in case you guys don't know what it looks like, this is the packaging right here. So once again, I usually use this just for my T-zone. Because it does refine the pores and it blurs out very nicely. I did say in a previous video that this is a little bit difficult to use. So use it very sparingly and don't go directly from the tube to your face. Definitely put it at the back of your hand and then use a finger to apply the product. Because if you don't do that, then it's gonna make the foundation skip because it's not evenly applied. So hopefully the foundation works well with that because we all know certain foundations don't work with primers and vice versa. And it's just a hot mess. So hopefully that's fine. And now I'm going in with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. This thing, as you guys all know, is sticky. Like foundation does not budge. And it's also hydrating as well. So there is a plus. So these two together are my holy grail combination. We're gonna have that sit for a moment and I'm just gonna wet my sponges as well. Alright, so we're gonna get going with the application now, and obviously I did not open the box yet even though I was tempted to. So this is the component right here. It is not glass, so just so you guys know, it's a plastic component. And the top, how the heck do you open this? Oh! And that was pretty amazing to me. So In case you guys don't know what this looks like, this is what the top is. It's very flat. I was like, how on earth do you open this? So I'm thinking that you're supposed to pull up, but you turn it. And for it to be secure, you could hear and feel like a little click. You kind of see the component going up and down too once you turn it. Also, this is not a full coverage foundation. This is very medium, supposedly. And let me just grab a brush here. So I did one pump. So this is how much one pump is. And it looks pretty runny. It's definitely not thick. I probably won't feel that cakey if that's the case. And hopefully this is my shade right now because I hate these in between shades that I have. Actually, hold on, before I start blending. There's actually not much of a fragrance, or little to none. I can smell something, but it's not perfumey. I don't know what it is, but doesn't really have a smell to it, which is pretty darn good. Hopefully this doesn't really oxidize. Actually, let's see. It doesn't really look like it's oxidizing, so it looks pretty true to color. That's pretty good. It's everything we all want. Okay, so I'm taking the Sephora brush, the 56.5. This is when, you know, you renew your VIB Rouge status and they gave like a little gift. But it works pretty well, especially for traveling. Like I said, this is supposed to be a medium coverage. Let's see if it's actually quite buildable and how well it can cover this little acne scar right here and everything else. So, initial thoughts, it's definitely very lightweight. It looks very like velvety. I don't know about the shade. I might be slightly darker than the shade right now, but we shall see. I think this is a little lighter than a medium coverage. Slightly lighter, because I could still see that acne scar right there. And like I have little Patricia the pimple right here. Jeez. But it definitely doesn't feel heavy at all. Definitely not cakey. It's blending out quite well. It's not fighting with the primer. So in case you guys are wondering, you use those two primers or one of them. Definitely not finding them at all. I do have to say though, my nose looks amazing right now. Like blurred out pores, and again is a very velvety finish. Very blurred, very soft matte. It doesn't look like it's that buildable. I can see the coverage a little bit, but it's definitely not a medium that I am used to. It's very light medium coverage. Like I can still see a little bit redness around here. That scar's still there, so I would have to concentrate the foundation there a lot for it to be covered. But still definitely a light medium build. So if you have like heavy acne scars or like a really stubborn pimple, I wouldn't really recommend this foundation to really cover it up. I definitely would say use a concealer or do some light color correction first, because I can still see little Patricia there. I don't know if the camera could pick it up. I could definitely see it in person. But the finish is quite nice. And it says it's supposed to be humidity and sweat resistant. We shall see about that, because I'm going out for a Korean barbecue later today. And we have to sit outside. It's cold out, but there's gonna be a heater next to us. So we'll see how sweat resistant it is. And hopefully I don't break out. So I'm definitely layering this up quite a bit, just to have like that desired coverage that I want. Which is not a bad thing. I like to build up the coverage, but if you're the type of person that wants like a full coverage foundation, this might not be it for you, because you would have to put a lot of layers in order to achieve that. If you like the light to medium coverage, this may be better for you than someone who wants a full coverage foundation, because it definitely is like your skin but better. So right now it's looking quite good. All right, so some thoughts around here. Let's take a look, shall we? So my pores are looking pretty darn good, especially with the foundation. It's like, I don't want to say non-existent, but it's definitely blurred out. Again, I keep saying it has like a velvety finish. The color, it's not horrible. Like, it does have the olivey tones, but I'm pretty sure I have to wait a little bit more before I'm exactly the shade. But it's pretty close. I can make it work. I don't see it covering the redness too well because I have it. My nose gets a little bit red, so it's not really good at covering that right now. But again, I think you just have to keep layering this and layering this in order to cover that up. So the fact that this is basically $110, and if I have to keep layering this much just to achieve a certain coverage for my whole face, I don't believe that's worth it right now. But if you're okay with just like one pump and like go, like just to go to the grocery store just to like get out there very quickly, I'm pretty sure it's fine, because I don't want to keep constantly pumping the foundation over and over and over again, right? And it's just like, it's $110. That's a lot of money. It's a very beautiful finish right now, and I don't know how it's going to be throughout the day. And I'm most likely going to be out for 12 hours. So I'll definitely do some checking with you guys. I got some errands I got to do. And then once again, I got dinner. So we shall see how that goes. So I will see you guys in a little bit. So my first check-in was at 3:20 p.m. and as you can see, everything still looks pretty matte. Nothing settled into my smile lines or anything like that. My forehead and my pores still look pretty good. Nothing settled into my fine lines either. So it's good so far. Okay, I do apologize for the poor lighting in here and probably the sound quality, but I just wanted to give a check-in. It's about 9 o'clock right now, and I've noticed that my forehead's a little bit shiny. My side of my nose right here is getting quite oily as well. I have a mirror in front of me, so I'll take a closer look. It's kind of breaking apart a little bit on the side. Once again, the side of the nose is getting quite oily. Pores are still looking quite good. Everything else looks pretty darn good, like the rest of the perimeter right here. But yeah, the forehead's starting to get a little bit shiny. The nose and where the pores are, not so well. But I mean, I've been basically in front of like a stove, a grill, sorry, because I'm at Korean barbecue right now. I'm wearing a mask, and so a lot of the steam and the heat's coming up. But for 9 hours isn't too bad, but we will see in the next like couple of hours or so to see how it held up. Okay, you guys, so it is now 12:31 in the morning. So I've had this on for pretty much 12 hours. So taking a closer look at my face here, I can definitely say that this is not long-lasting whatsoever. I can see that it's definitely settled in my fine lines. It is breaking up around the crevices of my nose here. So it's definitely started and starting to break up. My forehead looks a little bit shiny, but it's not so bad. The rest of my face, however, like because I am a combination skin, it's actually quite nice. But in terms of like my T-zone, it's definitely getting a little bit oily around there. Like I said, it's starting to break up, settling to my fine lines a little bit. So this isn't something that I would wear all day. It is definitely a beautiful foundation. It finishes quite well. Like it's quite velvety, and it definitely blurred out the pores. But I would not recommend this for something if you are going to be in the office or anything like that for 12 hours. And also the fact that, like, depending on the coverage that you want, you would have to constantly pump more and more just to get that desired coverage. I wouldn't really recommend that as well. So for practical uses, I wouldn't recommend this foundation, only because of the price tag and just how many pumps you would need just for the coverage. But if you did want to get this, then it would have to be like special occasions or maybe times where you aren't going to be out for too long, because yeah, at some point this is really going to start breaking and it's not going to last that long. And once again, considering that I've been out for about 12 hours, it held up quite well for what it is, but once again, 12 hours, not going to be it. Maybe 10 hours, 8, 9 hours or so. Definitely nothing beyond that point because it's gonna start breaking apart. Again, would I recommend this? Not for practical uses, but only like occasional uses? Sure, why not? Because $110 for occasional uses can stretch a long, long way, rather than someone that uses this every single day, has to pump out multiple times, and you know, it's just gonna break down like after like the 10th hour or something like that. So I'm quite on the fence with this, but you guys can definitely make your own decisions with that. I personally, I don't mind it. Once again, the finish is quite beautiful, very velvety. I would definitely use this again. I probably wouldn't buy another one of this anytime soon. I would definitely have to use this sparingly, but I do love it though. So hopefully this review helps you guys out. I'm not gonna say that I love it. I'm not gonna say that I hate it. I'm like really on the fence with this one here, and that never ever happens. So you guys can make your own judgments with this one right here. So anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, especially me trying out Tom Ford. Hopefully it didn't break me out. If it did, I'll let you guys know tomorrow or the next day when if I do get a breakout, of course. But if not, then it's just fine. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But before you leave, make sure you check out these 2 other videos right here if you haven't done so already. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!